You know what I was thinking about doing is getting another, have another tripod, and we get your camera on and go live on Facebook. Doing it that way too.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff that I've been reading, because they've actually, I mean, even right now they're trying to get her family is trying to get appeal to the UN to get her released. So,
I wonder what kind of dirt she's got on like the General Assembly or the Secretary General of the UN.
That would be amazing to find out that stuff.
All right, well, so we're live. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
This is a very just to preface this episode, if I'm a little lethargic and it feels like I'm phoning it in a little bit, I'm trying not to. I've gotten maybe 3 hours of sleep since yesterday, just because the melatonin backfired on me last night.
But right now we're the only ones watching something too.
Yeah.
But what's strange about this whole thing, because I'm putting it on as basically the judges actually said this is prosecution of Jeffrey Epstein's number 2. Basically, if you don't know who Ghislaine Maxwell is, she was Jeffrey Epstein's number 2 that hadn't committed suicide, or supposedly.
She hadn't been Clinton yet.
Yeah. Basically, she, from what the story I've gotten so far, like before all this stuff happened, she basically, her father was in pedophilia, and the family gotten so used to helping the father out and everything, she thought it was a good idea to help Jeffrey Epstein. That's the whole reason why she was helping Jeffrey Epstein allegedly. Right now.
Yeah, allegedly. As such, for people that watch Letterkenny, the word allegedly is such a it's such a key word.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
And I found out something that we can't, if we have any kind of opinions about the people that do pedophilia, it's considered bullying and everything. You say horrible. I can't believe it either.
I don't understand why we have to normalize deplorable behavior like that. I really don't. It's not a lifestyle choice. It's a friggin' mental disorder. And yes, I'm not cussing right now because we're still technically within our 5-minute window.
But yeah, they want to. I don't know why they want to normalize that crap. But the latest person that actually got in the stand, who by the law we will call Jane, because she doesn't want to be known because of some other stuff. But she was apparently in 1994 to 1998, she was sexually abused by Jeffrey Epstein, and the defense is putting it on the case that, well, your memory, you said it wasn't shoddy, it was kind of shoddy, and you don't.
Yeah, it's the defense's job to discredit every witness that the prosecution's going to bring, and and I get that she's entitled to representation, but you would almost have to hope. Well, I mean, no, there's no almost. You pray to whatever God you pray to, that her legal defense team is doing this out of just pure obligation.
Yeah.
Because the idea of putting these young women and in some cases young men and little boys into that life, into being bought, sold, bartered as pieces of property, and then putting them through molestation, rape, constant drug dosages. I'm just kind of going off.
Well, no, you're not entirely wrong on that one.
But just the idea that this occurs. I mean, I understand that this has been going on for, I don't know, thousands of years, but
now we're at a stage in our society that
we
should be able to. This should be below us.
Exactly.
Rather non-existent below us.
At this point in human history, the fact that we're sitting here and even having this conversation, and you get these Hollywood celebrities, you get these politicians, you get these media insiders that feel like they're above everything because of their occupation.
Yeah.
And
well, you always get those people that have like so much money they think they're above everything else because they're not regular people anymore, which it's stupid.
I mean,
but you do have other people that have like that kind of money that still have like regular lives.
Yeah, I mean, theologically speaking, it's not my place to judge, but if it were up to me, anybody, and I don't care who you are, I don't care what your political affiliation is, I don't care what your stature is, I don't care what offices you have held in your life. If you are on that list, I don't care. You need to go away for a long time.
Yeah.
And when you eventually come to your own judgment day, whether you believe in God or not, it's written in the Bible, every knee will bow, every tongue will confess. And I cannot fathom that this would be something that God would judge favorably, on them. And we've got, the damage control, the PR, the spin doctors that are out there that do this for a living, to go out and redirect and try to repair the credibility of anybody who's on that list.
Yeah.
Okay. You see CNBC, you see ABC, and you see a lot of the left-leaning mainstream media trying to put a lot of high-profile, Republicans on the list, like Donald Trump, or the honorable Donald J. Trump. And I say honorable because he held the office of president of the United States, the most powerful person in the free world. But I mean, if he's attached to it and he participated in these things, hey, yeah, he needs to be held accountable. Now, I did have read stories where he did not go to Epstein Island, but he did invite Jeffrey Epstein to his complex in Largo in Florida, right? But then he found out that Epstein was inappropriately hitting on and propositioning an underage girl there, and he banned Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. I'm probably fucking that up, but because now we're outside of 5 minutes. But anyways, he banned him from life. For life for it. It's like no, you're never coming back here again. In fact, you can't be on this property. Period. And there's names like Tom Hanks is on that list. Of course, the Clintons are on that list. There was some other names that I saw too.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Prince Andrew, Alan Dershowitz, Emmy Taylor, Sarah Kellen, Eva and Glenn Dubin, Jean-Luc Bernouil, Bill Clinton, Marvin Minsky, Naomi Campbell, Stephen Hawking. That was the name that stuck out to me, and I was just, and this is just because of the dark humor coping mechanism that we possess. But I'm just sitting there going, how would that even work? How would that even work?
Yeah.
I myself, I can't picture.
I mean, you literally have to force the girl to do something to Stephen Hawking. That was the only way.
I mean, he was just sitting there. Oh God, yeah, it feels good. I'm like, I can't take that seriously. I'm not saying that.
I mean, Family Guy did do it justice.
Right, when he was
Stephen Hawking and
with the
chick having sex.
Yes, and they were like, "Oh, God, slow down." I'm like, Whew, well, that's just rough, bro. But
I still to this day, I'm watching that. I'm like,
yeah,
is
I mean,
it?
and Clinton's making
You know what? I'm
headlines.
just gonna make a reservation and have
Yeah,
that one.
and Clinton's making headlines, because there was files that shown that Jafori, oh no, I'll research that name here, said that she once saw the former president on Epstein's Island with two young girls. Now, with the kind of philanderer and womanizer that Bill Clinton is,
Yeah, that didn't surprise me.
that doesn't surprise
I
me
was like, Blake,
at
Bill,
all.
can you believe Bill Clinton?
I mean, there was that picture of Bill Clinton that surfaced with Rose McCowan, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh,
yeah,
bro.
because she posted it.
She posted it, and she's
got,
like, yeah, this is me.
She
And
got
she got
banned from Twitter.
She got hammered for it.
Yeah.
Now, and then now they're saying several celebrities such as Ellen DeGeneres, John Legend,
Kevin
Chrissy
Spacey.
Kevin Spacey, even Oprah Winfrey, they're saying have been wrongly linked to these flight logs and subsequent conspiracy theories around an elite pedophile sex trafficking ring. And now this is coming from Newsweek. These claims, and this is a line, a quote from the article. These claims appear to have stemmed from the far right conspiracy movement, QAnon. And I'm like, what? Why? Now it's this didn't happen. These people, they weren't here. They weren't on these flight logs, and they were never on the island. And this is just a right wing conspiracy. It's a straw man argument. It's a redirect. That's all that it is. It's like, well, look at these alt right wing nuts over here and white supremacists over here, and they're just trying to make us look bad so that way you don't pay attention to them. Well, no. I mean, if you're out there touching little kids and buying and selling women or men, depending on what your flavor is, you need to go down. Absolutely, 100%. You need to go down because that's to me.
Yeah, those people need to be prosecuted.
I mean, to me, next to blaspheming the Lord, I mean that is like the ultimate sin. I mean that's number 2 on the list.
Yeah.
I mean you're stealing the innocence of children.
Well, it's like
in the name of what? Your perverse, fucked up hang up?
Well, it's like that Green Beret that shot that pedophile in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And I was like,
yeah, he was eventually pardoned, right?
Yeah.
By President Trump.
I don't think he was. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I think he got pardoned for it.
He might have.
But
look into it.
I mean, they're also saying that Ghislaine Maxwell or whatever. Her name, Ghislaine Maxwell. Yeah, thank you. That she deleted like something to the tune of about 60,000 tweets because she was getting quote unquote trolled. And it's like, look, if you're getting trolled and it's going to happen on oh no, not Maxwell. We're talking about Christy Teigen, because she ultimately I think deleted her Twitter account, but she deleted 60,000 tweets. Because people were continuing to troll her and her husband, her and her husband have been targeted in this campaign. And it's like, look, if that many people are coming after you, Virginia Gaffari, a woman who publicly accused convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein of sex trafficking and said former President Bill Clinton visited his private island. Clinton says he was never there. Well, we've already caught him lying under oath once. That's why he got impeached.
Yeah.
I never had sexual relations with that woman, Miss
Did he
Lewinsky.
get impeached?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got impeached. And it wasn't because of the fact that he got head in the Oval Office. He got impeached because he lied under oath.
Oh, okay.
That was the impeachable offense. I mean, he committed a felony. I mean, he perjured himself in a federal court. Well, not federal court per se, but he perjured himself under oath during a deposition. That's just not a no. That's a no.
Yeah,
but,
he did. He was okay. It was Chard Marlin who was and he got to stay in the army.
Yeah. So I mean, but I'm not saying that we need to line all these pedophiles up and shoot them via, I'm not saying we need to put them to death via the firing squad. Okay, it's not the 30s, 40s, or even in some cases the 50s. Okay, but these people need to be held to an account. and their livelihoods need to be taken from them.
Well, going on what Maria was asking earlier this week, she was asking, was like, what kind of charity group are y'all talking about? And it's like, I was going to get to that, and this is the reason why, was basically because we created a charity group that would create an island that basically we take the pedophiles to that island, and the person that was assaulted by these pedophiles, they get to shoot them or kill them.
No, here's what needs to happen. Because, yeah, while it is in the Bible that, it's eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, kind of a thing. I think that the ultimate punishment would be to buy an island, like a black site, black site type thing, right?
Yeah.
It's not paradise by any stretch of the imagination, but it's an island.
Yeah.
Hell, it could be in the northern Atlantic for all I care. I mean, just build up something from the seafloor up, kind of make it like, I don't know, cold, desolate, that kind of, anyways. Cut them off from the outside world completely. And put them all on the island and have them sort it out themselves.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of like, like the old leper colonies, right? Where they take all the lepers, they put them on islands, or they separate them from society. Except we don't send missionaries there to save their souls, because they've already cast themselves out to eternal damnation as far as I'm concerned. But we need to put them on the island by themselves, and just kind of like, like the original intent of Australia was a prison island, or like a prison continent, right?
Yeah.
We need to do that, except, this is a smaller island, and they really, just let them, figure it out. Because, inevitably somebody's going to want to take charge, and they're going to start setting up their own factions and clans and everything like that. And it's going to break down, and it's going to turn into a Lord of the Flies, kind of a situation. And the only thing that we would have as an outside world to know that, hey, they're not getting off the island or anything like that, is keep a constant 24-hour guard with drones. And if they build a boat to try to get off the island,
they have those drones nowadays that can go for like 7 days.
Yeah, so put the extended range UAVs out there, arm them with a couple of Hellfire missiles, and if somebody tries to build a boat, airstrike. Boom, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
I'm not saying Whoopi Goldberg's on the list, but God, she needs to be, because good Lord, that woman's deplorable too. But
she's gotten ridiculous in her age.
Dude, she has been, she was mildly funny in the 90s. Early 90s, late 80s, early 90s, with like, how HBO used to do the comic relief specials.
Yeah.
They had Robin Williams and Tom Mandel. Used to be mildly funny back then. But she, and to an extent, she'll be forever endeared to Star Trek fans as Guinan, but, that's expirable too. So, but with the filth that pours out of her sewer as a member of the View, it's like she can't get out of her own way. Her and Joyless, I call her Joyless Behar, Joy Behar, kind of feed off of each other, and I don't watch it because I refuse to give that show any kind of ratings, but like little snippets that you see on places like TikTok or news services like the Drudge Report and stuff like that, it's kind of laughable to watch their points of view just kind of be laid out there on this table. And like the women of the View kind of went off on this conservative woman for not coming onto the show physically, like in person, because the ABC, the building there at ABC, they absolutely require 100% vaccination, as well as booster shots and stuff like that. She refused to get the vaccine.
Yeah.
And so they're just piling on her, and they're like, you made the decision to not do this. So and one of the hosts was like, so you're putting your personal freedom over the safety of the lives of people around you? And she's like, yeah, because the vaccine doesn't work.
It hasn't worked. Even right now, the Cron Kane has COVID right now.
Yeah,
and he's been. I was like, oh, I got the vaccine.
But it's funny the timing, the way that worked out. They've got this Omicron variant that came out mysteriously at the same time that this trial started.
Yeah.
And it's like you get that Dr. Evil meme, like, oh, the Ghislaine Maxwell trial is about to start. Release the Omicron, variant.
Yeah.
Release the Omicron variant. It's like, just to me,
it's just.
I cannot express in words of any language here on Earth the level of disgust for the actions of the people that were invited to this island. Or just in general, people that engage in that activity.
You say island. He actually had like a little plot of land in North New Mexico, and
they call it Epstein Island, but still.
Well, no, there was an island.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the reason why they call it an island. They call it an island because they had an island, and they also had the pedophile ranch too. I mean, he had like 10 acres of land there that he was actually doing. It was some kind of like weird genetics. His end game was, I think, to clone more little girls.
Yeah.
It was. I read it and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Really? You're trying? And what's really sad is he was giving money to his research scientists for this.
Al Gore is even on that list.
Yeah, dude. The people that are on that list is substantial.
Yeah.
He was connected with so many people. And what's really sad is some of those people, and mind you, a lot of people probably give me a little bit of hate on here when in the comments. I don't care, but some of those people might not have been a diddler or chomo. We'll go chomo.
Yeah, we'll go with chomo. Yeah. Chomo is the
prison term,
the jail term for pedophiles. Yeah. So, but yeah.
And some of those people, I mean, I'm not saying, being people that are right wing or left wing or anything like that. There's some people probably on that list that associated because they were on a plane.
Yeah.
And that pilot was the pilot for 30 years. And we talked about this when before even the show went live. Was we were talking, if that pilot did see something and they verified that he did see something, that pilot should be like number 3.
Yeah, and there's a Leslie Wexner, who's the billionaire behind the Victoria's Secret lingerie.
Oh yeah.
She's on that list, he's on that list rather.
But you also notice that 3 of the CEOs of major
corporations. Twitter, Bath and Body Works, Walmart. Yeah, their CEOs all stepped down as soon as this trial started.
Yeah.
Let me see here. They're saying that Donald Trump is on this list, but Donald Trump's never been on the flight logs to Epstein's complex, and it showed that he's got like 14 different numbers for Trump to include members of his staff, according to reports. But these are like unverified. And I'm not making excuses for the former president, because, like I said earlier,
if he did
Epstein,
yeah,
I don't care. But Epstein came out to his Mar-a-Lago club in Palm Beach, and Trump caught wind of what Epstein was doing and banned him from the
Yeah.
from the property, from the resort. Um, so and it's like, I mean, and so there's a lot of high profile people, to include a lot of people well connected in Hollywood, that they're scared to death right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely scared to death. And
I wonder if they're going to be able to restart a trial if, because I know Henry Weinstein was on that list too.
well, okay, so I know that Harvey Weinstein was involved with the Hollywood sex ring, and to include that one girl from Smallville, I forget her name right now, but anyways,
Chloe Sullivan.
yeah, so she was like actually kind of like one of the ringleaders, so to speak.
Well, that's the Nexia thing.
Yeah, so but they've already tried everybody on that.
Yeah.
But this is a separate incident. So, I mean, this is something that can be triable, can be prosecutable.
But Harvey Weinstein was never connected to Nexia.
Yeah, but the writing was right there, and
Well,
I mean, he's got so many like accusations out there against him.
Yeah, but it's like what I always say is.
I mean, there's
you're getting blasted.
Right, but even the U.S.
everywhere.
Attorney General William Barr.
Yeah.
He was part of Epstein's legal team in 2007 and helped him get the plea deal that he got. Barr's not recusing himself from the current case against Epstein, but he has been and will remain recused from any respective review of the resolution of the earlier case in Florida. Attorney Kenneth Starr, the one that did the whole Kenneth Starr. He went after. Oh yeah, he was the one that did the special commission for the Monica Lewinsky thing, right? He was the one that went after Bill Clinton, and he was that independent counsel kind of a thing. Let me see here. Woody Allen, that doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah.
I mean, Woody Allen married his adopted daughter, or was it his stepdaughter? Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It was his stepdaughter.
He's a pedo.
No, it was his adopted daughter.
Yeah, his adopted daughter.
Yeah.
Physicist Lawrence Krauss, a so-called celebrity science, directed a Harvard University program that was made possible by Epstein's $30 million donation. He defended Epstein in a Daily Beast article. If anything, quote, if anything, the unfortunate period he suffered has caused him to really think about what he wants to do with his money and his time and support knowledge.
Ponzi scheme.
What?
Kenneth Starr.
No, Kenneth Starr was the independent counsel that led the investigation against Bill Clinton during the Monica Lewinsky scandal.
Oh, man. I thought I had some.
For former Maine Senator George Mitchell, Virginia Giuffre accused Epstein of using her as a sex slave from 2000 to 2002, starting when she was 16, and forced her to have sex with numerous men, including the former Senator George Mitchell. So, yeah, there's that. And then there's former New Mexico Governor Bill Richardson, financier Glenn Dubin, modeling executive Jean-Luc Brunel, hotelier Thomas Pritzker. It was just a name that popped up in the quote unquote little black book. Let me see here. And I mean, there's just so many different art. I mean, to get like an exhaustive list, I really don't think we're going to be able to find one per se. But look here. This one says all the celebrities in there. So. Naomi Campbell, Kevin Spacey.
I don't know. Are they just reaching on some of this stuff though?
What, with Kevin Spacey or Naomi Campbell?
Well,
it says in January, Virginia Giuffre tweeted out a series of photographs taken at Naomi Campbell's 31st birthday in 2001, taken on a yacht in St. Tropez. They show Campbell in a crowd alongside Epstein, Maxwell, and then thin underage Buferi. She captioned the tweet, "You saw me at your parties. You saw me in Epstein's homes. You saw me on the plane. You saw me get my hair cut. You saw me on the streets. You watched me be abused. You saw me." And then she hashtagged Prince Andrew, Ghislaine Maxwell, Jeffrey Epstein, and Naomi Campbell, making it unclear who precisely what the "you" was. But Campbell's reps have denied that she was close with Epstein and that her connection was only through then boyfriend Italian businessman Flavio Briatore. But I think the gist of what Naomi Campbell's alleged involvement here is that, I mean, if Miss Buferi was tagging her, I mean, if she's like reaching out, like, "Hey, you saw this happen. Why didn't you do anything?" And like, now because you didn't do anything, I'm gonna call you out.
Oh wow, her Twitter's locked.
And Naomi Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
these tweets are protected. Only approved followers can see.
Yeah, approved followers. So her handlers are going to screen every follow request that she gets. And if you even remotely come across as being a conservative or somebody who does not like mainstream media, you are not going to get that follow.
Yeah.
So, pictures obtained by Britain's Telegraph newspaper showed Kevin Spacey since accused of unwanted advances toward a teenage boy. Although the charges were dropped, he's sitting on a throne at.
Didn't the guy die?
Kevin Spacey?
Yeah. No, not Kevin Spacey, but Kevin Spacey, the kitty did. I thought he committed suicide. That's the reason why.
That may be. Yeah, it may be. Before arriving in London, however, Clinton, along with Spacey, Maxwell, and comedian Chris Tucker. That's another name. Smokey. Had flown on Epstein's jet to Africa where they toured AIDS projects, according to the Telegraph. Maxwell was invited on the tour as Andrew's guest. Of course, everybody, we could go ad nauseum about Bill Clinton's involvement there, but I don't want to wake up with 3 self-inflicted gunshot wounds to the back of the head in the morning.
That would never happen.
No, of course not.
I'll track them down. I would. In a heartbeat. That was one of those things. It's like, Johnny killed himself. Bullshit. No, he did. He had 3 bullet wounds. Really? Damn it. Hopefully I can go against the Secret Service.
Okay, so there's a website out there, documentcloud.org. They've got, obviously it's been redacted, but Jeffrey Epstein's Little Black Book has been photocopied and posted online. Let me send you the link here. Airdrop that.
Come on. Okay. Cloud. All right. What am I looking at on this one?
It shows names.
A lot of it's redacted though.
Well, yeah, like addresses and phone numbers. Obviously.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So I'm looking at some of these names here, and thankfully it's all in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
Let me see here. I'm just looking for names that just kind of stand out.
Yeah, because a lot of the names, even though you have money, doesn't mean that you
are famous.
Yeah.
You just worked your ass off and threw it all away because you wanted to touch a kid. Allegedly. Yes, we have to throw out the term allegedly here because there seems to still be that misconception that you're innocent until proven guilty in this country.
Yeah.
Tony Blair, the former PM of England. Mike Bloomberg, former mayor of New York.
Wasn't the governor of New York too?
Oh, well, I'm sure we'll see it on here. Now Cuomo's brother,
yeah,
he got indefinitely suspended from CNN.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is though. It could be
Well,
the
because
governor stuff.
he was advising his brother on political
I know
matters.
that one.
Yeah.
I always thought he would get fired for that.
Christopher and Miranda Brooks, Jean-Luc Brunel. I mean, that one's highlighted. It says Jimmy and Jane Buffett. As in Jimmy Buffett, as in Margaritaville Jimmy Buffett.
Oh my God.
So I mean, I really hope that even if these names are on the list, that they're clear.
Yeah, some of them would.
You know, but
hopefully.
again, we went out there and
It's one of
preface
those
that if they are guilty, then you need to go away.
No, it's one of those moments to where you're going off and you're going, who's on that list? And you find out, you're like, hopefully he's cleared. He's not cleared.
No, it's not one of these. We're going to go after them with some kind of vigilante style justice or anything like that. We need to let the courts handle it.
Yeah.
Now the court of public opinion is going to condemn them and just ruin their careers. So there's that. But I'm looking here through this list though. This is pretty expansive here.
Yeah, it is. I didn't find. See, I'm not really adversed on people's names and everything because I'll forget everything. And I don't want to.
I mean, there's somebody at Prince Ehrenberg. I mean, that sounds royal. David and Linda Davies, Michael Davis.
God, how big is this list?
It's 92 pages long.
Jesus. I found one that was only like 52.
Janice Dickinson. That name is familiar because she had that modeling agency reality show on TLC, I think it was.
Oh, yeah. Message. What is this message thing? Tracy, Gibson, Gypsy. Oh, New York. Oh, okay, yeah. There's a lot of messages from that Gypsy. I'm looking at the last page. I want
the Duchess of York.
Ooh.
Duke of York. And again, if any of the people that were on this list get cleared, I mean, there's an Ed Epstein in here.
Yeah.
Chris Evans? That can't be the same Chris Evans. That's a common name.
Yeah.
Again, and look at the area code. Well, I mean, the area codes on that don't look right. I mean, that looks like an English. Anyway, so I mean, if Captain America's on there, ooh.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
Let's see here. Man, like I said, there's a lot of this association just by name. I mean, look at your name is Mud.
Yeah.
Type deal. It might be the
exactly.
same situation.
John Foreman, Andrew Fox, William and Lucinda Fox, Violet Frazier, Steve Forbes, Steve and Sabine Forbes, as in the Forbes magazine, right?
Yeah. Is that a magazine or a newspaper? No,
it's a magazine. Yeah, it's a magazine. Let me see here. I'm in the G's right now. Caroline Gibson, Emma Gibbs.
I'm trying to find the Evans thing that we were looking at.
The Chris Evans thing.
Yeah.
Look on.
I see it. Yeah, that's a European code.
Oh. I say thank God, but I'm not. I mean, I pray that some of the people that are on this list are absolved and they're vindicated and cleared. I mean,
That's
definitive. George Hamilton.
God, really?
Yeah.
No, the number is a London area code.
Yeah. Let me see here.
And the other number that he has on here, it's still European, so.
Jeff Hirsch, not to be confused with John Hirsch, the actor, not to be confused at all. Dustin Hoffman, I mean, again, that's an American. I mean, because the international code for the United States is 001, and then it's a 212 area code, which is a New York number.
Yeah.
I mean, wow.
Well, no, that one kind of doesn't. I don't know.
Look, again, as lovable as the characters that they've been, portrayed over the years, and as much as we want to not have their names on the list, they're on this list, and they need to be vindicated, or they need to be cleared before they can be, welcome back. Liz Hurley is on that list, and that is the Liz Hurley because that is a London area code. I'm looking here.
Harmon, Olga, and that's a weird one.
Tim Jeffries. I thought that said Jim Jeffries. And I'm like, the former pastor at First Baptist. He's down at Dallas First Baptist now. No, it's a different Jeffries. Look, no, yeah, dude, it just come on, man.
Man, no.
I'm not a fan of the guy by any stretch of the imagination. Ted Kennedy Jr. is on this list.
Yeah, I just got to that one.
There's a lot of Kennedys on this list.
Senator
Edward Kennedy.
That doesn't surprise me.
That does not surprise me at all. David Cox.
I'm surprised.
Dr. Henry Kissinger.
Okay, that one really.
That one does not surprise me at all. David Lambert.
Okay, the Ted Kennedy Jr. That's the son, right? Not Ted Kennedy.
Ted Kennedy was the senator, the one that killed the girl at Chattahoochee. Yeah. Christopher Lambert is on here. Well, I'm thinking Adam Lambert, but whatever. Okay. Moving on here.
But he's really known in... God.
That name just, it sticks out in my head. Courtney Love is circled on page 33. Kurt Cobain's murderer.
No, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a joke. You probably just look at me weird on with that. I mean, you kind of got to think. You kind of get jealous of Kurt Cobain because he was successful at everything except for his own murder.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, that one went there. We're what?
I'm on page 35.
40, yeah,
I'm hip deep in the M's.
Man, I don't know. I'm kind of glad that we don't have the popularity because we can do something like this. But I'm kind of worried for the future.
Future of the show, yeah.
Yeah, for the future of the show. It's like, we're going to
we
cancel you.
We get a notification from YouTube. Like, you know what? Fuck you, YouTube. We'll just take that shit to TikTok or something.
Yeah. Well, no, you can't even do it with TikTok. I mean, we already had your...
You know what? If they deplatform us on YouTube, then we'll just go straight audio.
Yeah.
So it is what it is.
What's really strange, though, is the straight audio is...
yeah, we have more reach.
Dude, Time Suck is getting kicked from YouTube. Dan Cummings.
Really?
All because of the Pizzagate episode.
Okay.
And it was, I don't know why. Okay, the guy that was going to try to have on here, the Rip Redneck.
Yeah.
He was having a couple of his episodes being
demonetized.
Well, it can't really demonetize. TikTok doesn't have monetization. But
well, they do, but you have to be part of the creator fund.
Yeah. But him and Dan Cummings, I've seen this of late, that anything dealing with pedophilia and everything, they're knocking down.
Yeah, and again, it's deplorable. Because at some point, these people have to look themselves in the mirror, and it's like, oh, instead of sticking up for children and the innocence of the young, I'm just sticking up for the people that wanted to play with them.
Well, it's also that
and I say I'm not saying me, because you can't cut that, turn it into a soundbite. I'm talking about social media platforms defending these deplorable assholes.
Well, it's also the fact that, I mean, look at that one news reporter from CNN that got canned because that she wanted to follow up on the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Don Rappaport. Why do I know that name? I'm thinking Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
That stool pigeon of a hack from Hollywood that got fired from Barstool Sports because he just sucks at everything, including life. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. Joan Rivers and Melissa Rivers?
No. Well, it's back in 94. You gotta remember that.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, wait a minute. 94. It stands from like 94 to 2019.
Yeah.
So you got like 30 years.
It doesn't matter. I mean, like I said, crap like this has been going on for thousands of years. So I mean,
yeah.
I wouldn't think that. Yeah, but anyways, we're moving on. I'm in the S's here.
I'm in the P's. Peterson, Holland. A lot of these that I'm looking at, some of them in New York.
Maria Shriver.
Really?
Yeah. Miss Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Well, she's a Kennedy, so.
I guess she is a Kennedy, yeah.
That makes sense then.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the Kennedys. Not dogging on Kennedys, but going off of the fact they were trying to.
Peter Soros.
What's that name? Sorry.
He is the son of George Soros, funder of all of these like BLM movements and everything like that.
Oh yeah,
all left wing. You know, he was the Jew that sold out his own people during World War II, became a member of the Nazi Party, became a mogul. The guy is basically untouchable. Yeah. And he funds a lot of left-wing movements.
Yeah.
I mean, he puts out ads for people to, he'll pay you like $200 a day to go participate in a riot somewhere.
Yeah. Allegedly.
And when he eventually dies, his son is more radical than he is.
Well, that's one thing that a lot of people that say like ridiculous stuff, like the whole
Kevin Spacey's name is right here on page 51.
Yeah, but how that whole thing, like if we went back in time and killed baby Hitler, that whole thing. But
if we went back in time and killed baby Hitler, technology would be
a little bit less, really.
We'd probably be about 100 years back from where we're at currently.
Well, you also got to think about the whole thing of escalation. If we killed Hitler, who was going into his place? Maybe someone more.
You know how many times Hitler had assassination attempts against him from within his own party?
It was several. I mean, there's a whole movie called Valkyrie about it.
Yeah.
I mean, no one liked the guy. But you don't see that many movies about Mussolini, do you?
No, it's because they strung Mussolini and his wife up in the town square and stoned them. Ivanka Trump. Blaine and Robert Trump. I mean, there's some Trumps on here, but Donald Trump's name is not on this list.
I'm not looking at the T's yet. So.
Yeah, there's Robert and Blaine, but there's no Donald on here. I mean, yeah.
Who the fuck is Blaine again?
Robert and Blaine Trump.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Chris Tucker. Christy Turlington. Let me see
here. Yeah, I see a lot of. Well, these are all numbers, though. And this list is basically a little black book of numbers. So you could have put.
Mike Wallace. 60 Minutes from 60 Minutes on CBS fame.
Yeah.
He's on this list. Barbara Walters is on this list.
Well, I think I know what this is. They're saying it's a little bit.
Bob Weinstein. There's a Weinstein on here. Dr. Ruth Westhammer. Dr. freaking Ruth is on this list. Michael White. I don't know why that name stuck out, but
Hold on, let me look at here.
I'm on page 57, by the way. Are we still broadcasting this way?
Yeah.
To go back and
The
check.
chef or the offer? No, that's Whitehall.
Yeah.
Michael White is a chef. Head chef and owner of American Group, Butterfly in New York. Yeah, he has a plethora of restaurants.
Look at you using the word plethora in the episode tonight.
I know, I get big words today.
Ghislaine Maxwell. Let me see, he's got a ton of numbers in here.
Well, the thing, like I said, this is.
Okay, so and there's a section, America, antiques, resale number, Arizona, Aspen Club, O Bar, Avis International, Bel Air Hotel, Beverly Hills Hotel,
I think this is
Beverly Wilshire, Bond Street, Chrisley's in New York, the auction house down there.
I think this is just a contact list, really.
Whatever. Electrolysis, Elo's Restaurant, Four Seasons Hotel,
Ritz Carson.
I'm like, holy crap. The Westbury, the Lowell, the Great American Health Bar.
I'm looking at the entertainment.
Yeah, on page 63.
Yeah, that's kind of let me go ahead and let's see if I can post this on Facebook. See what interaction. Do I want to use my personal one?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a contact list because Jeffrey Epstein himself has got a ton of numbers in here.
Yeah.
Let me see here.
The prostitute. And I gotta start posting.
I mean, there's even numbers from there's a few Israeli numbers in here.
Yeah.
Italy.
I'm gonna have to go through Marie's. She's been sending us memes to keep us up on our stuff since we've been working everything all over for it. I love that one.
Alan Dershowitz, there's his name right there. I mean, there's a section here called Epstein Portables. Let me see here.
Jean Marie at Bristol.
Of course, FedEx is in this list too, so it's like,
Yeah.
oof. I know. I mean, if anything, it's just a ship from back and forth, but
Yeah. Gotta ship the body somehow.
yeah, right. Just remember Murphy's Law of Combat, kids. Two things that need to work together are never shipped together.
Yeah, that's definitely not true.
And when you're walking and you drop something, the thing that you need the most lands the furthest away.
Always.
You know, like a magazine. David Rockefeller. There's a Rockefeller in there.
Yeah. I'm just going.
I mean, there's Donald
there's-
Trump's name. Donald Trump is on page 80. And there is a ton of stuff for Wexner's in here. There's a
Yeah, but this is Trump organization.
yeah, but Wexner, the Victoria's Secret mogul, is in there a lot.
Who is it? Western?
Wexner, Wexner. Les Wexner. Let me see here.
Why is that name so?
I mean, that's weird. I mean, they've got Range Rover's phone number in there. They've got police 24 hours for the for London. Oh my, what? Stitchcraft. They got medical. I mean, the chiropractors.
I'm wondering about that Wexner. It's something that's. You said Lex Wexner.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be a businessman. That's what.
I told you at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah.
He used to be the CEO of Victoria's Secret.
Yeah. Okay. Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret, Abercrombie and Friends.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
What?
That Abercrombie and Fitch. I mean, think about it. I mean, they pull teenagers in off the street and have them stand out in front of their stores wearing next to nothing. Come in their stores and
but what's really
look at
strange,
clothes that you can't afford.
But what's really strange is Epstein ran the company for a while as a CEO.
Yeah. So bro, I'm just telling you. I mean, okay, so I'm on the last page now. I'm gonna save this as a freaking bookmark. I want to see how long it takes them to delete the page.
I would probably end up making a photo.
Well, it's a PDF, so I mean, there's the original. Yeah. Ooh, yeah, I can. Look at that. Howdy ho.
There we go. Downloading right now. I think I'm downloading it.
No, but it's I would think that it's printable. That's what they're trying to say.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can print it out and hey, look, Maria's in there. Hey, Maria.
Oh, she finally made it in?
Right? Yeah. Should we give her the angry salute?
Yeah, let's give her the angry salute. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
But there we go. A little bit of light. I want to watch her reaction on this. No, nothing.
No.
Anyways,
and there's 4 people in here now. Who is the 4th person?
I don't know.
Identify yourself.
Probably a future wife.
Yeah, maybe. No, now we're down to 3.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
It wasn't her.
I like it.
Okay, so for those of you who are late to the party, we're not pointing any fingers. But we've been talking about.
I think we just pointed 4 fingers there.
No, we didn't point them at her.
Oh, okay. We're just saluting.
We're just saluting her.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, we've been talking about the Ghislaine Maxwell trial that's been going on. We found a neat little website on documentcloud.org that has got all 92 pages of Jeffrey Epstein's little black book.
Yeah, I'll send it to her.
But
I'll send stuff to my super fan. Yeah, I just sent it to you.
yeah, this was contributed by John Cook via Gawker.com.
Can we find anything on WikiLeaks, or is that site down?
WikiLeaks? You know what? I honestly.
Because he got arrested.
Well, yeah, I know he got arrested. Rightfully so. Rightfully so.
There we go. Yeah, that organization's still up.
Interesting.
17,000.
I kind of refuse to go on that website just simply due to the fact that, I mean, just the potential for it to become a huge rabbit hole, you know.
It is a huge rabbit hole.
And then you're gonna, you know, you get caught up in it, and next thing you know, I mean, like literally that foil hat up there. Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to have one made out of tungsten.
And you're gonna end up no. What's gonna happen is that scene from Sunny in Philadelphia that's a meme now. You just there to there to there to there. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah. But
it's all connected. And actually, we can close this up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've gone over a big list.
Imagine how that makes her feel. Like she just got to the party. Now we're like, all right, everybody.
Later. You're here. Bye.
Turn out the lights. The party's over.
That's what happens when we do it this way. When she's still driving by the time we get on.
She just sent us a Facebook message. What? Jimmy Buffett? Yes, and so, okay, to reiterate what we had said earlier in the episode.
This is just a contact list.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, the book itself is a contact list. Now, the people that are contained in that contact list, they need to be cleared.
She's home right now.
You know, okay, fine, great. Awesome, that means she's not in danger of killing herself because we say something so jacked up that she damn near pisses herself.
I think she missed that one. She's gonna have to go back, and then she'll go, "What the hell?"
Yeah, right. But
and we actually talked about the charity organization I was talking about.
Yeah, we
missed that part.
Suggested a tweak to it, you know. So,
yeah.
Because I mean, honestly, I mean, you think about it. If you put somebody who's been terrorized by an individual back in front of that individual, let me finish before you say anything. I swear to God, it will come across this table. The odds, or the likelihood that that their PTSD will get triggered, and that they will cower back into a ball and just not defend themselves. I don't want to put that person through that potential trauma. That's why I'm saying we put all of these jackasses on an island by themselves, cut them off from the outside world, patrol the shores with a drone 24 hours a day, and if anybody tries to build a boat professor style with 2 coconuts and a fucking palm leaf and make a nuclear powered submarine, we hell strike the shit out of that thing. And we yeet them back to non-existence.
I'm with that. But no, I wasn't going with that. And I'll try to make this as quick as possible because we need to get off the air. What a lot of people don't understand, and this is coming from...
Yeah, we're sitting at an hour and 5 minutes, 5 hours, 6 minutes right
now. Is the ramification of what these guys are doing to these kids.
Mm-hmm.
And it draws back, and it's just a constant. Because a lot of the people that get molested, female or male, the likelihood of them actually doing it to other kids is high too.
Yeah.
It's an endless cycle. That's what we want. We want that cycle to be broken.
Yeah, and you hear about you hear about these like athletes and things like that. They form their own task forces or they partner up with these task forces that exist.
Yeah, there's one in
there was a
Dallas.
Few. Yeah, there was a few that
made by a SEAL and a couple of pararescues.
Right, but there were some professional ball players that during the off season they would go overseas. They would go over to Europe and places like that and rescue people that were sold into sex trafficking, specifically kids, and you know a lot of mid to older age women that had been in it for years. And I can't remember their names off the top of my head. And I think Todd Helton was one of them. I don't want to misspeak. That's something I'll research and I'll do my due diligence later. But I mean, these are professional athletes stepping up, doing the right thing, and a lot of the time it's at their own cost. So you know,
look at
Ashton Kutcher. Yeah, I mean, the fact that he, you know, he's testifying.
Yeah.
You know. And you know, he's out there trying to physically and actively make a difference in people's lives, and in a positive way.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, we need more people like that in this world, and just
Yeah, there's a lot of those type of organizations that are
yeah.
starting out.
So you know, look, and again, if you're on this list and your name is cleared, hey, great, welcome back. But if you're guilty of anything improper and just disgusting on this island or flights or anywhere else, you know, any of these parties that this jackass that, you know, got Clinton, you know, I mean, but, you just need to go away. And I'm not talking about disappear from the public eye. I mean, no, you need to be raked over the coals. Not maybe not physically, but just, you know, parenthetically, and your career needs to go away. I mean, just you absolutely need to be blackballed from anything, to include independent features.
They need to go to an Ewok village.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and get eaten alive.
Yeah.
But you know, it's, and again, I don't care who you are. And I didn't see Tom Hanks' name on that list.
It wasn't.
Yeah, so
because I'm in the H's right now. I was looking at that.
Okay, so.
But people are saying that he was on the plane, so.
Well, and there's and that's another thing too. The flight logs. I mean, if they break into the flight logs and then they publish them, if you were on these flights and you didn't say anything, to me that makes you just as culpable.
Yeah.
And you know, so it's dude, it's so bad. Epstein, he got murdered because he was going to sing like a bird.
Yeah, because
he was going to sing for, you know, it just, and the fact that Hillary has got more balls than her husband does to have people murked. If they ever find the smoking gun that attaches Hillary to everything, I have a very distinct feeling it's going to take down the entire Democrat Party.
Yeah. Well, I think it might actually take a lot of
Republicans as well.
It's one of those things that's probably going to end up ruining a lot of career politicians.
Yeah, I mean, rightfully so. I mean, I think the former president, had it right. You know, the swamp needs to get drained.
Yeah.
I think we need to reintroduce term limits in Washington, and you know, prevent people from becoming career politicians. Like Nancy Pelosi, supposedly she had purchased a complex, like a $25 million mansion in Florida, where there's no state income tax.
That's bullshit. But anyway,
and she's got that winery, that vineyard in California that she's been making millions off of.
Yeah.
You know, walls don't work, and you know, security, you don't need guns, but she's got armed security and gates and walls that surround her.
But you got to protect your land.
Oh, right, yeah, but you know, that's for the elites. Yeah, the elites can protect themselves. And I guess the undeserved plebeians or plebes or peons in this world include underage, you know, children. Yeah, and just I just, you know what? You know, consider me part of the army of the plebes.
Yeah.
So, but as it is. Like Elysium. Oh, look at Maria with the obscure movie reference. I mean,
yeah.
She kind of went all Matt Damon on it. Yeah, I mean, and that's another thing too. And I know that this is a serious subject matter, but the United States government has spent way too much money rescuing Matt Damon's dumbass.
That is true. I mean, Mars,
fucking Interstellar. Saving Private Ryan, The Martian. Interstellar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, God, think about that.
I mean, they could just save so much money.
Like, you know what, dude? You got yourself in. I mean, now the Saving Private Ryan, I get that. That's altruistic. You know, I mean, that's preserving a bloodline. But Interstellar, he was a dick.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And The Martian, yeah, okay, it was a great story, but
I couldn't stand it. I didn't watch it. There's a lot of movies I don't watch.
You know, The Martian was actually a good movie. I did enjoy The Martian, and I can say that definitively and honestly. Martian was a good movie.
And probably once.
No, I've watched it a couple of times, and you pick up on little things, right? I mean, there's like little Easter eggs that they dump in there. Like there's a scene when oh crap, now I've got to look it up here.
It's weird seeing you do stuff in the past. It feels like that whole scene from Spaceballs.
When is this happening? This is right now.
Now. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just so... Because I'm seeing myself.
Rewind it. No, never play that again.
Yeah.
Yeah, never play that ever again. All right, let me get in here. Sean Bean played a scientist, astrophysicist by the name of Mitch Henderson, right? He's doing a scene with Jeff Daniels. Now, you know that Sean Bean was in Lord of the Rings, right?
Yeah, he's the guy that always dies.
Right, exactly. And so there's a scene in there where they're discussing this rescue plan. And who was it? It was Donald Glover comes up with this like slingshot idea to get the ship back to Mars, right?
Yeah, the same thing they did like Apollo 11.
Right. But they use like the moon's
Apollo
gravity
13,
or whatever,
yeah.
right? Yeah. So, anyways,
Or you time travel in Star Trek.
hey, leave Captain Kirk out of it, all right? So they're proposing this idea, and they called it Operation Mordor or some shit like that, right? It was a Lord of the Rings reference. And Jeff Daniels is the director of NASA, and he goes, "This is why we don't smoke, ladies and gentlemen. That is called COPD in the background." God, that was horrible. Lord, forgive me. I apologize. So Jeff Daniels is the director of NASA. His name is Teddy Sanders, and he's like, "I'll only go along with this plan if I get to be," and then he names Sean Bean's character from the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And you saw Sean Bean on camera, and they left it in the movie, but you saw him smirk, and he was trying so hard to stay in character. And Kristen Wiig, she plays like the assistant director or whatever, Annie Montrose, and so she's like, "You are nothing but boys, like children." And Jeff Daniels is over there stirring his coffee. He's like, "Maybe."
Yeah.
But I liked it. It was a good movie. It even had Michael Pena in it. I mean, any movie that's got Michael Pena's got to be good, right? Just because of the way he portrays things. Like, he's constantly... Like, Michael Pena could be the Overwatcher from the What If series just because of the way he retells a story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, like, he made the first Ant-Man movie really kind of work. I mean, not to disparage Paul Rudd or anything like that, but he really made it work. And I'm like, God, I want him to tell the story. I mean, I really do.
I loved him as Sniper. Or Shooter.
Shooter, he was good.
He's a pretty diverse actor.
Yeah.
I mean, there was that one movie that everybody was robots and the human race was trying to take back the planet Earth.
Yeah.
And he played a robot.
Yeah, that's right. He did.
God, I can't remember that one. Hold on. It was on Netflix, wasn't it?
I think so. Let me see here. Mr. Pena, come on. I want to see your filmography. And the internet is... Ta-da. No. Bueller.
Mine's apparently faster than yours.
But I'm on the same Wi-Fi as you are.
Yeah. But mine's apparently faster than yours. It looked like it was going to just kind of stop. So, for the love of God. Crash. No, that wasn't it.
Although Crash was kind of that was a hard movie to watch. And we have suddenly gotten off of track, like insanely off track.
Extraction. No, extinction.
Extinction, yes.
Yes.
You know, and I did watch that movie, and I kind of enjoyed it.
It was alright.
Yeah, I mean, it was an interesting concept. He ended up going underground with the humans, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, on that monorail system?
Yeah.
Or what, maglev, whatever. But, yeah, yeah, Extinction. Yeah, that was a decent movie. It was, yeah, it was Netflix. I think it was Netflix.
If they're doing
No, it was a
another
Prime
Tom-
Video. It was a Prime movie.
They're doing it, Tom. Oh, no, it already came out. Tom and Jerry.
Look,
He has a.
and I'll say this, and
I
we can
totally
end the
forgot-
episode on this. And
I totally forgot that he played Ponch in Chips.
Yes, you know, for your stereotypical Dax Shepard nightmare dumpster fire of a movie,
I liked it.
Chips was rather enjoyable.
Yeah.
You know, like he picked him up off the floor to put him in the tub, and he's like, "Dude, your dick hit my face." But yeah, no, yeah, in Extinction, I mean, he didn't know he was a robot.
No.
And he found out later on, but then he was like, yeah, no, I'm not with them at all. I mean, that was a cool ass movie. I do remember, and you're right, it was on Netflix with subscription, but I don't know why I said Prime. But yeah, it was a Netflix movie.
Mm.
So yeah, Netflix does have a tendency to come out with a good movie every now and then. I did not enjoy Red Notice.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but I'm like, I'm just gonna watch it once.
I can't wait till Sandman comes out.
Right. Well, I mean, the only reason that I was even remotely interested in watching this movie, and I'm not gonna lie, was Gal Gadot and Ryan Reynolds. I could give a crap less about The Rock right now.
I'm more or less interested in Ryan Reynolds. Gal Gadot, yeah. She's a good actress, but my heart belongs to Ryan Reynolds. I can't cheat on her.
You know, if we can ever get the Kurtzes on here, which means one of us is gonna have to get a hold of them, and it'll probably be me. I think I will see him next Monday, this coming Monday. So I'll get a hold of him, and I'll take the opportunity to kind of corner him and his wife both, and be like, hey, we need you on the show, and this is why we need her on the show, but we need you on the show because, you know, we need to remain proper. And yes, and I mean say proper, I'm talking about behavior-wise, because, you know, it's like, dude's not going to send it, any man worth his salt's not going to send his wife to a studio to be alone with two guys. Sorry, that's just not going to work.
Who's that one?
I'm talking about Mike and Tasha.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, while we do have them both on the show, we can ask Mike.
Yeah, Mike's all for it. He doesn't care.
No, I'm talking about to help us explain why 99% of the male population on the planet at this time unequivocally agrees that Ryan Reynolds is a gorgeous man.
We see greatness. He's like the everyday dude. I mean, if you had to go, okay, who would you go to a party with? The Rock or Ryan Reynolds?
No, Ryan Reynolds all day,
Exactly.
every day.
If you had to go appear in court, who would you want to be on your stand with you? Me or Ryan Reynolds?
Oh, definitely Ryan Reynolds. Nothing against you.
I know. I'm totally with you. If you're gonna commit murder, who would you want with you? Me or Ryan Reynolds?
You really want me to answer that question?
If you pick Ryan Reynolds, no. The only reason why I know that you wouldn't pick Ryan Reynolds is because you don't want to see him in jail.
But he's got power. Okay. I mean, he would distract the target just long enough for you to drive an ice pick through their brain pan.
Okay, granted that.
And then he'd be like, oh.
No.
And this would be his response. What in the fuck, Knuckles? Now we've got to bury this bastard.
Now on the distraction thing, I would be willing to do the what was the MacGyver spoof?
Oh, look, you see Maria's in there. She's like,
He has to drive.
Yeah, he has to dress up as Deadpool. Yeah. What? Where'd my boy go? Where'd my pretty, beautiful baby boy go? You look like two avocados that aged poorly, had sex, and you were their love child. You look like a topographical map of Utah. You look like a waterlogged nutsack. Like how they sat there and they did those lines.
Yeah, no. I don't know how they did it. No. What the hell movie was that? Because fucking Gavin loves that movie.
All right.
MacGruber.
Yeah, okay. So we're up
Okay.
at an hour and 24 now.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we are going to call this a night.
No, one sec.
Oh, God,
Remember,
hurry up.
Remember that one scene in MacGruber where he had to distract, so he got naked and put a celery stick in his ass? I would do that to get any kind of distraction so you run away. Just saying. And remind you, that wasn't my idea, but I'd be willing to do it. But anyways.
Good night, people.
Good night, everybody. Thank you, the Angry People, for watching.